Hello, everyone. So I'm here today with Christina Stathopoulos, our visiting professor of Porto Business School, data evangelist, advisor, and educator and founder of CEO of Dare to Data, which advises and helps companies unlock the potential and the power of data. And of course, helping professionals, inspiring professionals to embrace the full potential of data analytics and AI. Thank you for coming, Christina.
Thank you very much for having me.
We're all hearing about AI and artificial intelligence and almost on a daily basis. And of course, although for many it looks like novelty, in reality this topic is around for a long, long time. Can you tell us a little more about this? And of course, why this explosive interest in AI at this stage?
Yeah, of course. So first of all, exactly like you said it, it's actually not a novelty. It seems like a novelty for many, but it's been around for a long time. Originally, it began back in the 1950s with Alan Turing, who was the first one to question, can machines think? And from there, the field has developed over time. So it's been around for quite a long time. But now we've seen this shift. I would say it happened in the 90s, where AI moved from being just a purely academic discipline to actual business applications. We saw the benefit of it. Everybody, businesses did. So it moved into business then. And if we focus now on the last just couple years, like you said, this explosion, all of this interest in AI, what's the difference? What has happened? And I think there's really been two factors coming together. So on one side, you have what I like to call the perfect storm of several elements coming together. And these several elements that I'm talking about are the explosion of data and this concept of big data, more and more data, more different types of data, as well as computing power, more affordable computing power as well, more accessible. And then the third one is better algorithms. Powerful algorithms that can perform pattern recognition very well. So you have these three coming together, and that's setting up this perfect storm of factors to prepare for AI to just take off. And then the other factor that comes together with this is really what has happened around ChatGPT and generative AI that can create plausible fakes of images and videos. This has been on the scene for just the last year and a half or couple years, very recent, and it has brought AI to the attention of everyone because of the broad utility of the technology. So now everybody can interact with and use this AI to be more productive or to help with their creative processes. So people can interact with it on a daily basis, and it's brought it top of mind. We've seen lots of advancements in AI and incredible things. For example, years ago when AI beat the best at chess, Garry Kasparov, that was this big advancement in AI. Strategy games or autonomous vehicles, things like this are incredible, but we're not interacting with them on a daily basis, so we don't have them top of mind. And then ChatGPT comes on the scene, and now we do have it top of mind, and we should be using it almost every day.
Great. So the perfect storm is here. So can you help us navigate and our students and of course our companies? There are a lot of opportunities in this perfect storm that is around, and whether it's optimization, efficiency, a lot of new ideas about innovation. So what do you consider the key role of AI in business, and how can companies take advantage of these opportunities?
I think that AI should form a key part of any business's strategy today. They need to consider how it can play a part of their strategy. And when I say that, it doesn't mean how can we use ChatGPT on the job. That's great too. But we need to not forget or not overlook the other capabilities of AI, which I think is what is happening. We're all very much focused on ChatGPT and generative AI. Businesses need to look at it from a much broader lens, which is considering all of the other things as well that AI can do. You have generative AI, but AI can also be used, like I said earlier, for pattern recognition. It can be used to classify documents or pictures. It can be used for predicting churn of your customers and giving you recommendations on how you can keep them. It can be used for recommendations as well. One thing that I will add is that we've had AI right in front of us for quite a while now. The recommendations that we get from Netflix and Amazon, Netflix what to watch next or Amazon what to buy next, this is AI, machine learning powering that. We quickly forget how incredible that is, but it is incredible. And this is another thing that companies can do, to use it for personalized applications, personalized recommendations. So that would be my recommendation, is look at it from a broader lens. Companies need to consider, how can you incorporate AI into different processes within the company. And overall, it can be used for prediction, it can be used for classification, it can be used for innovation, scaling, lots and lots of applications.
Okay, perfect. So many opportunities, and we already had big challenges within organizations regarding analytics and using all this massive amount of data. What do you think are the most common challenges that companies are currently facing, and what do you advise them to actually to cope with them?
Yeah, there's opportunity, but the opportunity comes with challenges and risks, and there's lots of those too. I think that one common challenge is around data quality and data accessibility. So data acts as the lifeblood of a company. It is literally powering the company, or the electricity of the AI. And so you need data, and you need not only lots of data, but also good quality data. And you need to also make sure that it's accessible to not just a couple people, but make it more accessible across the organization. So you have the idea of data quality and accessibility. Another common challenge I would add is, this is becoming top of mind now, the idea of data ethics and responsible AI. So now that we're adopting this technology across a lot of different industries, and it's having lots of impact on our lives, we also have to consider the ethical challenges and how can we launch this responsibly. And responsible AI refers to a lot of different things. It can be bias. So your algorithm might be making correct or good decisions, but is it biased though? Is it making a fair decision? Is this inclusive? So you have to consider things like bias. You have to consider maybe sustainability, accountability. When it makes a mistake, who is accountable for that if you've taken the human out of the loop? So the data ethics, responsible AI, common challenge. And I would probably add one more challenge here. There's actually a lot of them, but one last one that I think is worth mentioning is data culture. So companies that want to adopt this AI-first mindset or data-driven mindset, they also need to have the culture, organizational culture prepared for it, a data culture that we call. And this involves a lot of different things, but in general, it does require changing the mindset and training everyone within the organization on how to use data, how to be more transparent, sharing across the organization, just a complete new mindset that supports a data-driven AI-first business.
So this brings, of course, to one of the key questions. So we're in a business school, we're training leaders for the future, and of course AI is here as part of the present of the future, and of course we as individuals play a significant role in bringing this technology to life. So as professionals and as a business school and a professor of business school, what do you think are some of the elements that professionals need to adapt and succeed in the age of AI?
Very good question, and very relevant for us at Porto Business School. So I think that, first of all, having this foundation of data literacy and AI literacy too. So data literacy would be being comfortable working with, analyzing, reading data. You need to have a foundation of that. Everybody, not just the data team, but everyone. Everyone needs to feel empowered and comfortable working with data on the job. And then working along that too, you should have AI literacy, which is just understanding what is AI not, the common myths, how can you use it. So these types of skills that you can build, even studying here, you can study with me, for example, but you can study these types of topics and apply them within your work. So that's really important. As well, I think for professionals, we need to become more resilient and more okay with change, because technology evolves fast. It changes fast, and it's in turn changing the working environment and business. So you need to try to be comfortable with change, be resilient, and be open to these changes coming to you on the job, and being okay to adapt to those and learn new things and grow.
So adaptation is key, and resilience, as you mentioned as well. So as a final question and related to that, are you concerned about the impacts in the civil society and job displacement, for instance, and type of implications that AI might bring to society as a whole?
Yeah, this is a deep question. So regarding job displacement, I'm not necessarily worried, and definitely not in the short, maybe medium term. I'm not worried about job displacement. I know that AI is and already is moving some jobs around, even to an extent replacing some jobs, or making it so that instead of having 10 people working on something, you only need one or two. So there is this idea of some jobs being minimized or reducing them. But this has happened. This has happened throughout all of the industrial revolutions. This always happens when technology makes a leap. So that's nothing new. We do need to be concerned about retraining these people. So because of those changes, we need to be more concerned with how can we reskill, retrain those people so that they can feel productive and give back and take a new job. Because when AI replaces or reduces some jobs, at the same time, it's also creating new jobs and new needs for people to do other things. So we just need to be worried about or concerned about how can we reskill and retrain. As well, I have an optimistic outlook on this topic of job displacement. We often talk about the Ds, that AI is going to take care of the Ds within jobs, which is jobs like that are dangerous, dirty, dull, demeaning. It's going to help reduce the people, the workforce needed for jobs that are dangerous and demeaning. Jobs that we don't want to do, machines can step in and help us with that. And then though those people are still going to need to be retrained and reskilled, but at least we can have them doing things that give them back more. They feel better about the jobs within society.
Okay. Thank you, Christina, for enlightening us on this topic, and thank you all for watching. And this and a lot more at Porto Business School programs, the MBA programs, and all the programs that we have on AI. And thank you, Christina, again for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.